Hi guys, I have a new deck to show. And I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to do a new prayer for the channel, as well as do a new prayer to cleanse the deck. So I thought it would be great to sort of like, I know a few of you said you wanted to see behind the scenes, like the practices I do, and maybe, what I do with the cleansing and stuff. There's many ways to cleanse a deck, but I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to show the cards as well as do the cleansing as well. Kill two birds with one stone, as they say. And I made up a new spread as well. So this deck, I was watching the Hermit's Cave. He does a lot of showing different tarot decks and oracle cards and that. Really lovely energy and vibe with him. And once a month he works alongside. They do a live to say what decks are coming out, and she sells her own decks, right? So interestingly enough, I was trying to create my own, because I know what is in there. I was trying to create my own deck, so it's in the making. It's homemade, so it's not going to be like perfect, but hey ho. But anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? So look how she's presented it. She's got, look, orange, well connected, and look at this, rhythm and slow. I love the box as well. That's really kind of cool, and the wrapping as well. So we've got the rhythm and soul tarot, and I thought this is brilliant because I've been doing a lot of things behind the scenes of like planning different spreads to do with icons of the music industry. So I thought maybe this would be the perfect deck. And I know I've done a lot of people that's passed, but I want to look into people that's like for the future. And it was one of the subscribers that inspired me, kicked my butt out of my comfort zone, so to speak, to give that another go. So in here is, she had, I won't show that part, but it's like how much the deck was. And then she gives a little message here. So yeah, nice little sweet message. I thought that was really cool. So anyway, and look, I was creating my own deck. So this is sticky things, right? I know people go, oh my God, Carol, that's a bit sad. But no, I don't care. I don't care. So I was going to pick my favorite music and like people that I've been drawn to. And, so I'm like slow. So I've done all the stickers for it, and I'm just picking the right songs to go onto the deck. So I'm making my own music oracle deck. Was going to be tarot deck, and then I seen this and I thought, wow, why not add this to the collection? I mean, as you know, I've got a couple of decks that I like to use for this purpose. I just opening that up a minute. So, and it'd be good to get to know the history, although my brain can't take it all in, but it'd still be good fun to do it. So what it says, let's take a ride through the spirit of blues, jazz, rock and country with a tarot that dances to the rhythm of American music. The Rhythm and Soul Tarot follows the path of the musicians along the path of America Foundation's music genders. Jazz, wands, blues, cups, rock and roll, swords, and country pentacles, with a rich band painted illustrations that tap into the signs and symbols from the American South. This tarot is not only a divination tool, but a colourful visual of history, of pop, in the early 20th century, Memphis, made by Stacey Williams, MG. So we got 80 cards. So there's extra cards there, and then we've got a nice 220 page booklet. So yeah, I haven't, as you can see, I haven't. So here's the book, which I can't wait to sort of dive in and get some sort of like inspiration from the book as well. So we've got, look at that. It's just so cool. So cool. So I'm so excited, guys, because this, like, look, oh my God, it's got like spreads as well. Oh, maybe I can inspire you with a spread. I know I'm going to be doing a spread afterwards once I've mixed it up. Oh, the devil at the crossroads. Oh, yes, please. I love a bit of dark. I love a bit of dark. Yeah, so I thought I would do an interview with the deck, but like pull 3 or 4 cards. And obviously I'm going to use the book as well because, yeah, it's new. It's new. So we're going to... When I sing the blues, I think of life's sorrows and pain. They come from my experience and my heart. Oh, Bessie Smith. In memory of everything seems to happen to music. Tennessee Williams. Without song, each day would be a century. I can't pronounce that, unfortunately. Mala Jackson. To understand the world, you must first understand a place like Mississippi. William Faulkner. There you go. So, the next part of the hook, I'll take, so we're going to do a show and tell, but I've made a prayer up, working on what prayers I've got as well, to go alongside here. So where are we going to, there we go. Look at that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I've already lit my candle and I've already put a blessing onto the table. So, yeah. So we've got the full card. Right, okay. So, the Palo Santo, where I've got here. Where's me thing? Right. The purpose of the Palo Santo. I know I normally do sage, but I got introduced to Palo Santo. I hope I'm saying this right. About a year or so ago, I went to Glastonbury and it, you know, and then I looked into it on the internet. So I'll say, what's this? And it sometimes is actually better than sage itself. And although I'm not like disputing sage because I do use sage for clearing. But Palo Santo, so I'm still learning just as much as you, but I'm going to give the guidance, you know, I'm going to be as authentic as I possibly can. So it is used for clearing old energy and create a clean slate. You get rid of any lingering vibrations from previous readings to make sure the cards are ready to give you a pure, clear message. But also I thought it would be a fantastic one to cleanse the deck, you know, because it's in my hands now. And I want to make sure that, you know, because other people's been holding on to the deck and that. So I want to make sure that the deck is cleared of any sort of unwanted energy, right? So, yeah, so I think this would be a really great deck too. And it's so important to have intentions. Intentions is the massive key to everything. It's where you set your intentions to. So this is where I'm going to set my intentions, right? So as I open, so here's my new prayer. I don't know off by heart, but I'm going to I clear this deck of energies that no longer aligning. Oh, here you go. Aligning with the sacred law and any vibrations that can't dance with me in the light. Cleanse this deck and remove the past energy and fill these cards with joy and love, sending blessings from above. So we've got the Fool card. And I love the fact that it's got like a child-like energy to it. You know, when she's their first experience in music. I think that's really awesome. So this is, you know, so going through each card and setting the intention of clearing the deck there. Okay, so the Magician card, look at this. Isn't he handsome? I gotta be honest, guys, I do like a man with long hair. A bit of a rock, yeah. Yeah, can't help it. Yeah. It's one of those, isn't it? So setting the intentions of clearing the space, clearing the deck. And I love the fact that they've got the they've got the High Priestess. I mean, I don't know these people personally, so I can't wait to get to know them personally. But I love the fact that they've got like an older soul there, you know, that they've integrated into the card. I think that's fantastic, because the High Priestess is the wisdom, the wisdom of the knowing of like the underworld and stuff. So I think it's fantastic that they've actually put an older person. And look at this beautiful illustration of the Empress card, which is the Mama. I hope I'm saying that right. You know, beautiful, natural, you know, lady here. Quite chilled. And look, the papa. I love this. I think this is super cool. Like, it's like, you know, I mean, the Emperor card in most decks comes across very strong in character. So having someone who's a bit more laid back and more chilled is quite nice. And you can see these two together, you know, on their porch, chilling and relaxing and contemplating like their past, you know, good times, you know, afoot, and how where they are now. Yeah, secure in that. Yeah, the preacher for the high, the Hierophant. Oh, I'm already like connecting really well, because I was a bit nervous about remembering, because they have changed the names, but I just love it. The Preacher Man. Oh, remember that song? The Preacher Man. I love that song. That's awesome. That comes to as soon as I say the Preacher. I wonder if it, yeah, Dusty Springfield, wasn't it? That sang that song. She was super cool too. But yeah, I think it's really good. He's in the water and he's just like soaking in the rays, and you know, brilliant. Now look at this. Now this is my cup of tea of dancing. Now I did try salsa dancing. I wasn't very good at it, to be fair. I struggled with the steps and that. Although when there was a place that I used to go to, and the dancing instructor was really cool guy, and he just kept saying, just go with the music. So he was more encouraging for you to flow with your own body. Whereas when I've gone to other salsas, they took it so seriously that it was very controlled. So I liked the way the guy thing. Unfortunately, it got shut down. So I was really sad to see that go, because I used to enjoy going there. But I did do rock and roll dancing as well. Again, no pro, but I give it a go. And I tell you what, I absolutely loved it. And I hope to go back to those kind of dance moves and that. I just find it so appealing. The Chariot card. Now, when I look at this Chariot card, I mean, I don't know what the name of the card is, but it reminds me of the lady I did do her as well. I did do a reading on her when she buy me a Mercedes Benz. I don't know if this is a Mercedes. I am crap at cars. But that was what come to mind when I look at the card. So yeah, the travel card, yeah, it's got a big tank on it, and love it. Yeah, so now look at this beautiful illustration of the Strength card, and you know, I can see the passion in that lady's eyes, and how she's just so present in that moment. Not it's not like it's just being present. Not she's got this strong vibe about her, but she's also very complacent and very relaxed, and just like she's in charge of her own feelings and stuff. I just feel, yeah, I feel that vibration there with her. And look at the Hermit card. Isn't that cool? It reminds me of what's that program back in the 80s, 90s? Dick something. Not Dick Turpin. Oh, he was a detective, wasn't he? They brought a film out about him. He kind of reminds me of that guy, you know, with the hat and stuff. It's mad how things comes to your mind when you look at the thing. But I just love the how they express the Hermit card and that. I so can't wait. And what I like as well, they're bringing like older people into the deck, and it's kind of more monorized. Now, I said to my daughters when I was, you know, thinking, shall I get this deck? Da, 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 da. Don't this look like a dream catcher? And now when you're in your music for a minute, you're in your dreams, aren't you? So yeah, that kind of like represents that. And I just love the interchange of like your music and how you can change the vibration and energy from just changing the music in your environment, you know. So then we got the Justice card. Look at this. You know, you can sort of like already hear her voice when she's like, you know, the way they've done this so beautifully, and you can just hear the power in her voice. I know you can't, but you know what I mean? Just looking at it, it's just super cool. Reminds me of like Whitney Houston, and you know, that strong, real strong voice that don't need a mic really, because you know the power of the voice inside. Yeah, I wish you got the Justice card for that. Hangman for the upside down, and I like this interpretation. You know, it's going, you know, I mean, I can imagine, you know, in some readings that I could feel like that kind of changing up, you know. So yeah, but she's like, it's like this person's in a sleep. It looks like a feminine energy, but I could be wrong there. But yeah, so it kind of like she's in this deep sleep at the moment, dreamscape, isn't it? Pause in the dreamscape. Now the Death card. He looks a bit like a zombie, doesn't he? So yeah, but yeah, it's kind of quirky, and look, he's got like an invisibility there as well. So it's like an apparition, you know, like that you can see. So it'd be interesting to see what comes up in readings when I do it. I already feel a strong connection with the cards and stuff. Harmony. I'm not sure what harmony is. Maybe that's the Temperance card. We'll have a look in a minute. Harmony. But I love like the equalness, the share of the music, where they're you know, sat on the porch, and yeah, that's really super cool. What is harmony? Should we have a look? I lost my train of thought. So we got the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it is the Temperance card. Oh, get me, look. Get it right. Now the Devil card. Oh, he looks a bit of a rock man, you know. Yeah, the presence that he's standing in, and the limelight. that he's got. And he got the tattoos as well. He got the limelight coming down, making his presence known. The tower. So, you know, again, we're going to just like go through the thing. So as I'm cleansing the deck, so this is clearing all the energies, but I like the way that they done the tower, the fire, you know, the burning down. Not that I like burning downs, but how they illustrated the tower card. So I can't wait to see what I pick up in certain qualities and that. We got the star card. So she's kind of open there, exploring. This is just real cool deck. Honestly, I just love it. Absolutely love it. The moon. Blue moon, you got me standing alone. I love old school music. I love, like, you know, I love all the 50s, 60s. Sometimes I like listening to the 40s, especially when I'm like pottering and doing my creativity as well. I just find it very relaxing. I love all the rock music, and I'm going to do a rock spread. I'm just working on the script at the moment of the rock spread thing. But this the sun card. I mean, they've got like a place, a music place. Obviously, that's a popular, you know, popular. I don't know much about that one, but yeah, where it all begins, isn't it? The Eon looks a bit like Elvis, doesn't it? I know it's not Elvis, but it kind of bass lines on you know. I don't know what the Eon is. I don't think it would be judgment, would it? Because we're coming to the end. We've got the sun. Oh, it is judgment. Oh, it is judgment. Look, we've got some placements here. Now, I haven't really learned about the symbology of that. Unfortunately, my dyslexic brain doesn't work well with me, so I would have to have flashcards to sort of illustrate that. But I'm not too worried about it either, because I can, you know, sometimes you don't. Sometimes certain elements of how you read the decks doesn't necessarily, you have to do it like everybody else. So kind of accepting that a bit more now. Whereas before I was like, oh, I don't know everything, blah, 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 blah. But it comes with you as you resonate them, as you resonate. But I love like the world card and how she's got her wands and how so it's like almost like you're creating your own your own lifestyle. That's how I would interpret that card, as she's got the wands in her hand. So there's like I'm calling out to the universe. I'm tuning into my energy and knowing what I want. That's the feel, the vibe that I'm getting. Now we've got the rhythm card. So this is an extra card, as far as I'm aware, here. So it's going to take me a while to get used to those cards. And then we've got the soul card, which is lush as well. So yeah, how she's like, you can see the vibe, and look at the background where she's singing from her soul, the aspects of her soul coming out. You know, that's just like, yeah, I didn't even notice that, but yeah, you can see it just vitally. So it's like a detail, isn't it, what you get drawn to in specifics. Ace of Wands. Look at that. Jazz. Blowing your own trumpet. Well, I don't know. I've probably got it wrong. It's not a trumpet, is it? It's such. I love her music, but I ain't that clever. Yeah. But I love the fact of, like, because the Ace of Wands is like the inspiration, the start of it all, you know? So it's having that unique instrument there that starts the passion up, you know, as you learn. The Two of Wands. Look, he's like he's going to his next gig by the looks of it. Or he's going to a gig. You know, he's changing directions there, or he's like just revisiting something. Maybe he's revisiting, you know. Two of Wands is like quite not, you've got the idea, but you haven't put it into action, and now he's leading to it, or he's leading away from it. It depends on the vibe of the energy. Now I've got everything in sight. I kind of know where I'm going. I'm just going to blow and bring it to the surface, bring it to the destination. And now I've got people dancing, rocking. Yeah. I love this. The way of the passion of, like, how you go with the rhythm of the music, and it's lush, isn't it? It's just great. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Three of Wands. Sorry, not three of, but Five of Wands. That can be quite competitive. So people branching out. Maybe trying to cause friction. Blocks, maybe. Six of Wands. I've successfully got what I intended to do. I wanted to get. I got my satisfaction, and that's a beautiful card of celebration. Seven of Wands, the trials and tribulations. I found my voice. I'm being successful, but it comes with haters, doesn't it? Sometimes it'll come with, you know, it comes with the haters in life. You know, people that want to bring you down, you know. But I ain't gonna let it, because I've got the Eight of Wands to say I'm moving on, and I'm connecting to my soul, what sings to me. Lovely. Yeah, look at that. That's kind of like a heavy instrument to carry, so that takes a lot of weight, doesn't it, to carry. And then we've got the pages, and look, it's young vibrant energy as well, where it all begins. Oh, now this is interesting, because they've got the Knight of Jazz, and they've got a female, so they've changed it up a bit as well. Because usually it's, you know, they usually, in most card decks, it's like male energy. So I like that aspect. And look at her, she's stunning. Her presence and stuff. When I watch like old films, or like people that, you know, like music people, how they present themselves and everything, it just it's just amazing, the confidence that they've got inside of them. Yeah, they could have internal struggles, but they come across with it. Look at you, happy chappy. Enjoying the moment. That's picturesque. So we're on to cups now. So we've got like the famous drink that they drink. Don't ask me what it is. I can remember it people saying on films and stuff. And then we got the Two of Cups, two people building together, or just, you know, they look like they've been working hard at something, and now they're taking a chill and having a drink with each other. Yeah, look. Three of Cups. Rejoicing motherhood, you know, not motherhood, the feminine energy there I can see, like, you know. The present each other, the celebration of each other. Four of Cups. I love this. Like the complacent part when you're thinking and pondering, you know, you're not quite know where to be, not where to go. You haven't got all the answers just yet. Or you're just like, ah. Yeah, so wonderful. Five of Cups. Always breaks my heart seeing the Five of Cups in the tarot. Although it gives a bit of hope because Two Cups remains. So although there's been spillages and stuff hasn't worked out and you've had to accept the ending or something that's not worked, you know, we've got something that can be recovered. Not necessarily always to do with the Three Cups that spill. It could be just like there's a new future waiting for you. There's always another door that's going to open eventually. But when we're focusing too much on that, it's really hard to open those doors to other possibilities. So it's like not to give up phase. So I'm like, the Six of Cups, mum and daughter by the looks of it. And I love like the rainbow part here of the aura, you know, how they're intertwining in each other's vibration and energy. The Seven of Cups, with the jars. Fermenting, isn't it? It's not quite, you know, you've got some that's open and some that's shut, but the word that comes to mind here is fermenting. But we also got like, that looks like and I could be wrong, it looks like oh, that violet. Oh god, see, I hate it when my brain works like this. It looks like it's on the top of my tongue. It's purple. Oh, that's so annoying. Violets, like the violets. Not rosemary. Oh, I don't know. It reminds me of that. So this, you know, bringing in the smell. Eight of Cups. Walking away. And I like it like the plants, like they're not fully developed, are they? So it's saying that this is no longer working, I need to move on. Not afraid to let go, find my purpose in life. Nine of Cups. Playing my own music. Enjoying, making time. So when you look at the cards yourself, what do you see in the family union here, or the Ten of Cups? Yeah, and I like how they got the door is like that's the number 10. Love that. That's good. And then the Page. They kind of kept the fish element in there, but they've added a different background in that. That's kind of cool, isn't it? That reminds me of Huckleberry Finn. I used to love that as a kid. I loved the program Huckleberry Finn, and I had a crush on the long-haired guy. They are a young lad. I had a bit of a crush on him. Probably that's why I watched it more. Knight of Blues. The chance there, and she's got something. I think I'm not sure if that's a glass or something in her hand. She's kind of embracing something there. And we got the windy path, the butterfly, Queen of Blues. Look at her. She should certainly securing her presence, isn't she? There. She looks like she's been around a block, but she seems like a wise soul there. And I love the fact that they've like united it with the King of Blues as well. You can see the connection between the two of them here. And the colour blue as well. I was like, they've put the colour blue, which is really cool. Ace of Axles. Now, I think this is the swords. When I seen that, I thought Axles, I could think of Axl Rose, you know, from Guns N' Roses. Yes, we've got the guitar, the drums, as the two of swords. And blinded, but he's got like his drums there. So he's paying attention to the inner music, not focusing too much on the practical as what's going on in the inner. Yeah, while you like do your drumming and that. This reminds me of James Dean. It looks a bit like a James Dean, which is the Three of Swords. The Four of Swords, the Recovery. She's got her music instrument ready to go if anything comes in. And I don't know if you, like with you, I mean, sometimes I'm in bed and then all of a sudden all these downloads comes in, especially when we're doing, you know, like you've been doing a bit of a reflection, or there's been you know, something's happened that day and you're trying to reflect on it, but you're like unsettled, you can't settle. And so you try to explore it through other avenues. 5. 5. Five of Swords. Got the car, and that reminds me of like the 40s, 50s vibe there. You can't be having a motorbike. I remember travelling down to Devon with an ex of mine, well, someone I was seeing. We went to a bike thing, and you know the doofer that holds you up. Well, halfway down, you know, back to Bristol, it popped up, so I had my leg hanging for the rest of the day. It was so uncomfortable. But I had it was a good weekend away. Like looking at all the bikes, and you know, you had the bikers and all that lot, you know, and the old rock music and stuff. So I was up there dancing. 7 of, yeah, look at him sneaking off with those records. He looks a bit dodgy, doesn't he? The dodgy 7 of Swords. 8 of Swords. The pressure in it. The pressure we can be under sometimes. Especially when we have to use our voice and stuff. The 9 of Swords. Feeling stuck, blocked, stressed, burnt out. She's got all her music instruments there, but she's not focusing on that right now. She's feeling burnt out. I think this is going to be a really cool deck to thing. 10 of that. I love how they done this. Is the Ten of Swords is like the destruction. So you know, you think of rock. They used to not bash their instruments and stuff, didn't it, on the stage and all that lot, and people would roar and stuff. But it was like the final last phase. You know, obviously they had the money to go and buy a new instrument or whatever. But yeah, kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it? Reminds me of When the Music's Over by the Doors. I love the Doors, Jim Morrison. Oh, that's another one I had a crush on. I know he's passed. He was passed way before I was born, but hey ho, can't help it, can we? Page of Swords. He looks like he's enjoying himself there. He looks a little bit of a bugger though, doesn't he? You can see. Look at that, I'm rocking out. I can remember my brother, because he used to live on the streets and everything. Bless his cotton socks. It was on my dad's side of the family, and he used to visit me. I used to do hairdressing, like a YTS scheme, and he used to visit. He used to walk me to the bus stop, meet me after work, and walk me to the bus stop. And he used to say to me, "Come a rockabilly like me, Carrie." And he used to call me my little sis. And I'm like, I didn't even know what he meant. I was like, I thought, what's a rockabilly? And it was only later on down the line that I started doing rock and roll and all that lot. It was all connected. Unfortunately, he passed away when he was 21, choked on his own vomit. Yeah, so I didn't, I only met him when I was, 15, 16, so I didn't get a lot of time with him. But yeah, he picked me up sometimes from work and took me, because I moved to Wales, and visited me there. Yeah, he used to call me little sis. Yeah, no, that just reminds me of him, with the hair. Bless his cotton socks. Queen of Swords. The rock and roll look. Love it. Love it. And the King of Swords. They kind of connect together, don't they? What's he reminds me of? I can't think of his name. He looks so familiar. He reminds me of a guy in the 50s, 60s. What was his name? I wonder if they've got it in here. Sorry, this is going to be a long video. I will timestamp it. Chuck Berry, that's it. I thought he looked familiar. The King of, yeah, Chuck Berry. As I say, he looked familiar. Oh, there you go. Right, earth signs. So, as I'm like going through talking about this deck and that, you can see like, where the roots come. How did music start? Anyone of you know how music started? The choice, the balance between different tracks. That's how I see it. Coming together as a band. We all got our own unique styles, haven't we? We bring something to the table. And you can just look at that. He's got his money there, so I'm keeping hold of that, but I'm still doing my my funky stuff. Still holding on. Interesting, like it's the Four of Pentacles. I'm still holding on to it, but yeah, I got my funky stuff. So that's the corn. Well, it's empty, isn't it? They ain't got no corn. They got the pennies and an empty jar. And that's not 4, that's a 5. 5 of Pentacles. Well, there's nothing there, is there? They just got a few pennies. The reality of life, isn't it? At times. 6 of Pentacles, full of abundance. Look at that. She's compared to that. I got enough to give to others. The generosity. 7 of Pentacles. Look what I built up. And I'm loving life. I'm playing to my own tune. Eight of Pentacles. Putting the work and effort in. Hard grafting. 9 of Pentacles. My own creator. Yeah. And 10 of Roots. That open land, and then like the fantasy there. Looks like a fantasy land there. 2 worlds apart, isn't it? That's how I feel. Could change on another day. There you go. Page of Roots. This is like a really awesome deck. Because when you're sort of like watching other people and that, like do the things, you can get a feel and a vibe, but when you're actually touching and holding the deck, it kind of like sings a different tune to you, you know? Because I watched one person and I just didn't feel the connection, and then I watched another one and I could and she had it really down to a T. She was playing different music that was related to the deck itself, which was really awesome what she'd done there. I'm nowhere near that. But yeah, the vibe of it all is just like thing. I mean, he's learning there, isn't he? He's learning a skill there. He hasn't mastered it just yet. So there's a bit of patience there. Look at her. Look at this lady here. She's confident in what she's doing and where she's going. I'm not saying he's not confident. He's just learning. He's developing right now. But she's a different kettle of fish here. Yeah, she certainly knows her music. Queen there. And then you got like, you could sort of like say that this is this person when he was younger, and you know, now he's got a different kind of instrument. And we do go through different phases in life, don't we? Testing and trying out things to try and figure out where we want to be. There. What a lovely deck. I really love this deck. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to mix it up. And then we're going to do a free card. I'm going to do I think it's a free card reading where I'm going to do a bit of an interview with the deck. So if you want to stick around, please do so. And yeah, I'll see you in a jiffy. Okay, welcome back. So we're going to do an open prayer. This is a new prayer for me. So I call upon my guide Eric to step forward with protection with this candle. With this candle, which I've already lit, I help myself tune into my inner self to bring forth insights for all that is watching. May you receive clarity and understanding that is for your higher. Well, actually, that's not a prayer. Yeah, I not really did. So anyway, I'm gonna call in my guidance and prayer. I'm calling in my Yeah, because that's for actually Pacific reading. I really botched that up. Sorry, guys. So I'll start again, shall I? With the vibe. Right, shall we try again? Right. I call upon the divine to bring clarity and messages today. I ask for guidance and protection. I ask my guide Eric, my highest self, and my inner child to step forward and help bring clarity and clear messages for me and this deck. And so it is. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. See, it's all part of the practice. So we're gonna do like the interview. So we're gonna look at the strengths of the deck. Let me just make sure it's all. So I like to give thanks, and I'd like to work with you. So could you give me your strengths? So the present essence of the deck. Present essence of the deck. Oh, got two cards. Queen of Blues. So to me, you're gonna for the interview type of thing, I would say Queen of Blues, and we got the Nine of Swords, is gonna bring stuff to the surface. It's gonna you're gonna be in tune with your, the strength of the deck is gonna in tune with the emotions, which would make sense because of like the music aspects, so it does affect can affect our emotions, whether it's good or bad. Blues music for me is like, what like the shadow of the aspects of our soul. So it's gonna, the strength of the deck, that the strongest of the messages is it's gonna bring that up to the surface. So I see a lot of like full emotions where we can embed it and understand there. But we're gonna look at the card, the Queen of the Queen of Blues. I'm not going to read the whole page. I'm just going to loving big heart, feeling resilience, intuitive psychic sensitivity. So it's going to bring bring in the sensitivity. Oh, the Queen of Blues song. I used to be your sweet mama, performed by Betsy Smith. So I think it's just going to bring up stuff there. So let's have a look at the Knight of Axles, which is the Knight of Swords, which I would say this is about anxiety, but is able to nurture those parts of ourselves. Nightmares, anguish, anxiety, worry, stress, headaches, and torments. The Knight of Axe songs, ain't that a shame? I love that song. Ain't that a shame? So I hear the whispers of worry and turbulent storm, a pounding beat of demands for which I have no answers. I lie in my bed and I observe the shadow people swirling in the dance right over my pillow. They won't let me sleep. So I think it's going to bring up, the strength of this deck, and the essence of this deck is about tuning into our own emotions and facing some of those emotions too, right? So the challenges that that I'm going to face with the deck, so the main challenges of what it needs to work best. So the challenges. So I'm going to be probably working with the book as well, guys. So I'm going to put my own interpretation on it on different spreads, but I will look, you know, if I feel pulled to look further, I will into the book. This will help me get to know the people on the card as well. Oh, we got 2 as well. 2 by 2. There we go. So the challenges is about the building blocks, the struggles in life. So foundations. This card. So this card shows you a deck mainly challenges of what it needs for you to work its best. So it's bringing up challenges that we need to discover and bring up to harmonize it and find inner peace. This is going to be really interesting when doing the icons as well. So interesting. And the best way to work together, so the best way for me to work with this deck, let's have a look. So what was the best way for me to work with this deck? I'll try and keep it under an hour. Helping to embrace our fears. We can, sometimes, we can feel that we're blocked, that we, you know, and again, it's talking about anxiety as well, the roadblocks that we kind of create in our lives to do with like our anxiety or our emotions and how it blocks it becomes increasingly hard work. So the best way to work is like to face those challenges, which would really represent what I'm trying to bring into the icon, you know, like that we can learn from other people, you know, famous people, how they create their music, what governs them into it and their internal struggles is like humanizing it a little bit. That we all have internal struggles, you know, but it's how we face it, you know. It's like a mask that is not true, that we can always be our own worst enemy in this. I'm going to look at the book of the 8 of Axes. So this is going to be a really interesting deck. I feel like I've chose the correct deck. Restrictions, confusions, overwhelmed, uncertainty, powerlessness, blinded and trapped. The singer stood proudly on the stage, tall in her boots and defiant, and the orchestra music roses up all around her. To stage hands dressed in black swooped up either side and blindfolded her. She parted her lips and sang a song of rage and confusion, and we all felt the urge to save her. But we knew, of course, it was only pretend. The 8 of Axe song, Eyesight to the Blind by Sonny Boy Williams. I don't know who that, I've not heard of that song. So I'm going to have to listen to this. Apparently there's a playlist. So I can, probably what I'll do is look at the playlist and like meditate on the card itself, like to just get more of a different feel to it. But I feel like actually what I'm working on right now and the spreads that I'm working on to bring to the channel is I think it's gonna really connect really well. What do you guys think? How do you like the deck? Are you excited? I mean, I got a spread coming up with the rock and roll and that. Like I said, I'm in the making of that. You know, so, and I've all got some ideas of people that I want to do that plays certain of the, you know, the rhythm of the soul. So this is going to be interesting to play with. I'm really excited here. So we're going to do a closing prayer. I now give thanks for the clarity that has been shared. I thank my higher self and my inner self for this guidance. I close this circle with gratitude and love, and so it is. And I thank Eric for helping to bring protection as well. He's my gatekeeper. If you want me to explain what a gatekeeper is, just let me know in the comments, and I probably will do it anyway at some point. I'm doing like little short videos as well. So yeah, thank you for joining me. If you stuck around for this length of time, I'm really grateful. And yeah, I can't wait. I'm really looking forward. I'm really excited. I have got another spread, which is the Glimpse tarot spread. So I may do that just to sort of like have a little bit of a play around with the deck. And I'll share that to the channel. But the Glimpse spread is going to be more for like about my YouTube channel and stuff like that, and the projects. So if you're interested in that and want to know about that, it's only it's going to be a short video, hopefully. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to, and it just feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, so yeah, I'm really excited I'm excited. Yeah, so please like, subscribe, comment below. What's your favourite music? What's your all-time favourite music? Are you into this type of music? What are you hoping to bring to the what would you like me to bring to the channel? Let me know your thoughts and stuff. Because I'm still like tweaking it a little bit with the rock one. But yeah, that'll be coming later on down the line. Yeah. Do you want me to mix it up a little bit? Would you like me to mix with the here and now icons, who's alive, to the ones that's past? Yeah. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'd be interested to know your thoughts. Anyway, you take care. Sending lots of love your way, and I will see you on the other side. Much love.